Hey, all my crafters. I'm here for another video with Brass and Bliss, and we are doing all about flowers this month, and I'm so excited. It falls perfectly into the spring, and just here in Michigan, we had not a super harsh one in my area of north, definitely where they got like 300 inches of snow, but we got a lot of snow for this year, and so we are desperately craving any amount of spring. And honestly, this is probably my second favorite time of the year to make cards. And I think that's just because this is what kind of got me into making cards, is Mother's Day. This is where I went to the store and I picked up all the cards for Mother's Day, and I was like, wow, I'm spending like $55 in cards. I think I can make them cheaper. Joke's on me. We all know that. Joke's on me after spending thousands of dollars on supplies now. But here I am still making amazing Mother's Day cards. And yeah, I think it's just all the florals and the pretty light colors that I love, other than my Christmas cards, of course. So today I knew I wanted to make a simple yet very stunning Mother's Day card here. And so I picked up, I believe it is the Blooms die by Brass and Bliss. Brass and Bliss is amazing for building flowers, having flower dies, flower stamps, lots of flower things. And yeah, definitely check them out for this category because I always have so much fun. And as you can see in the picture a little bit above, you can do so many different things. You can add all of the centers into these flowers. You can leave them out. You can, switch all of the colors. You can make it more simple. And today I chose a little bit more simple. I chose a dark red, a pink, and this blue to make it a little bit of a pop. And then, of course, a green for my greenery. So I'm like, okay, so we're going to get all those flowers out of the way, and we're going to just stamp straight onto our card base. You can do that. You can do that. Yes, I know it's scary. Yes, I know, you can mess up. Yes, I know the paper can warp. It will all be okay. This is not my card note base. So I'm going to eventually glue this onto, the folding card. So it will, even if it warps a little bit, it will be fine. We're going to use our anti-static powder and our Versamark ink to stamp that down. You're going to notice that you're going to see this Versamark, and everybody's, oh my God, how do you see your Versamark? My stamp is dirty. Like I said, I've used this a lot. I use this stamp a lot, so there's probably still like black on it. And yeah, so it's okay because we're going to put embossing powder over top. So we're going to put our embossing powder, a little hack trick that I've learned. I don't know exactly where I've learned it, but you're seeing me tap that side, and honestly I've found that this has made my embossing so much better. It's really getting into the crevices and making a really strong image, I think is what I want to call it. There we go. Sorry, tap that camera. Because it's just letting the embossing powder like get into all of that ink. So try that out and let me know what you think. I think, definitely use your anti-static powder though. Use that anti-static powder. So my heat gun was pretty warm. So that's what you really want when you are doing it on a card base. Get that heat gun nice and hot so you don't have that heat on there for very long. And then we don't have as much warping. You can see I'm bending it a little bit, but it will be fine. We're about to glue a bunch of flowers down. All right, so here we go. We're going to build all of our flowers. Like I said, I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I'm literally just using light pink, dark pink, light pink, and then scattering that blue just a little bit in there. These type of cards, though, I really just have to, go for it. I can't think too much about it because then I will get, in my head about placing. I did forget that I did cut this little bit of yellow out. I don't add it to every one of them. I think even in the end, I even almost tried to take it off, but I couldn't get it off without tearing the card. I didn't exactly love it. I don't think that it took away from the card, but we all sometimes make, decisions that we don't love in the end. It's okay. My number one tip is just when you are die cutting, die cut a lot, because that's the hardest part, is like when you get to the end and you like have forgot to die cut one thing and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to go back to die cutting. Guys, I think it's 30 something degrees out and somebody has got their lawnmower out. They're really hoping for spring around here in Michigan, I swear. I don't think that they're mowing their lawn, but I think they have their tractor out. Anyways, so yeah, so this is where I did do a little bit of placement beforehand, to kind of figure out where I wanted things, but this is where I have to not think about it. Like, this is where, like, I have to be like, okay, I mean, yes, I don't want colors, next to each other. But also, like, you just have to, like, go see right here. I think I was like, oh my gosh, I know I have a dark red of that, little daisy thingy right there, or the wishing, I don't even know what they're called. The little ones where you blow on. Dandelions, there we go, the dandelions. But I just said, whatever, I'll find it later. I don't even know if I did end up finding it. So yeah, I'm just placing those down. So there we go. We've placed them all down. I am noticing that there's a few holes, and this is where I'm like, guys, just die cut so much that you don't, just keep on die cutting. So here we go. I went back to my die cutting, and I just did the little ones. So I just now took the inside of the flowers and die cutted little ones because I felt like there was a little bit of holes. So that's pretty much what you want to cover up. And bam, we have a card. And honestly, like I said before, I think this card maybe took me 30 minutes, and probably most of that was die cutting, to tell you the honest truth. And then going back and die cutting. I love the way that this one turned out. Just everything about this. Now you're just going to take your, I take my guillotine trimmer because it's nice and sharp, and I cut off my edges. I did think about matting this a little bit, and I'm now thinking that I might go back and make this card again and matte this one, because I think I would have liked it in that dark burgundy matted too. But here nor there. You can always go back and do that one. So let me know what you guys think of this one below. I am trying to do nice and, simple, along with a little bit more intricate, because I know everybody doesn't have a million years to work on cards. I don't have a million years to work on every single card. So sometimes when I sit down at my craft desk, I just want a nice little quick one, right? Nice little quick one. That sent us through. And honestly, when you have a minute, you can just die cut a few flowers. And when you want to make like several of these, you could put several of these together. And honestly, I think if you did all the die cutting before and got yourself organized, you could make 3-4 of these cards and knock out all of your Mother's Day cards really quick and simply, and before we get to May. I think it's in May, right? This year? Yeah, it's always in May, right? All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I will link everything in the description below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.